Welcome back, Nuggets. This Mother Clucker's got some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into the video. And if you would like to support my baby chick of a channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And apparently now there is a brand new hype button. So if you look down where all the liking and subscribing goes on, you'll see a hype button. And I've worked in enough corporate to know that when a new function is put in, it's going to be forefronted in functionality of algorithm. So if you would be so kind, would you hype me, please? Okay, so today's video is a little bit of an unpredicted one that I'm doing, and I've got to say it's a bit of a welcome break. At the moment, I am working on the video, all of the AI nonsense that's going on around Eugenia. It's one channel in particular, but it's not the only one I'm going to mention. And I've got to tell you, Nuggets, it is heavy. I am affected in a way that I didn't anticipate being affected by viewing all of this content and thinking about the ramifications and extrapolating it out. So, a little bit of a nice, chill Eugenia sighting after 73 days of complete and utter radio silence. So, before we get into the video, if you don't mind, I just wanted to do a very quick announcement. I'll keep it brief, but I've been a little bit of a busy mother clucker in the background. So my channel is getting to the point where I'm able to actually start dedicating more and more time to it. I'm able to justify it in a way. And that is absolutely at the hands of all of you, my nuggets, and I am so grateful. I'm so absolutely appreciative of each and every one of you for coming along on my journey with me. So I have officially launched a Patreon page to support this channel and, spoiler alert, my second channel when it comes in. But the reasoning is a fewfold. I mean, obviously, some of you have actually been asking to how you can support the channel or how you can support my rescue efforts with my chickens. And while I do want to stress, I'm not a charity or a registered sanctuary in any way, I've put a little something in there where if you feel so inclined, you can make some rescue chickens very happy. I also do have memberships on YouTube as well, for those who don't know, and I will be doing shout outs. So please let me know if you are currently a member and you want to remain anonymous, because otherwise your name will be put up at the end of videos as a big thank you. And so now all of my videos, every single one of them has been uploaded and available for ad-free viewing on my Patreon page if you are so inclined, and you can. The can is very important. So it's pretty exciting. I also have had some requests for merch that is not up and running just yet, but it will be. So go check it out if you want to. Don't if you don't. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so 2 days ago, we had a sighting of Eugenia at an airport. And at the time, I didn't think too much of it because Eugenia actually tends to do something that celebrities do a lot, and that is wear the same clothing at similar locations, which is a little bit clever because it means that we can't validate or date things very easily. Although in this case, there are some minor differences. Her bag is different, her jacket is different than normal, but I just kind of like, yeah, okay, she's been seen, great, it looks like she's in similar kind of state or worse that she was when we last saw her. Then I wake up to this video. So we are officially at Disney. We're not in the same clothes that we usually wear in Disney. And if you saw my Time is of the Essence video, discussing the future of my channel should the worst happen, I actually made observations that she did repeat clothing, yes, but she also replicated her makeup to be exactly the same between visits as well. And as I've mentioned, I think this is a strategic play on her behalf because it kind of immediately invalidates anybody who sees her, right? It's easy to play off, oh no, that visit was from April, this isn't new. But we do see her in new clothing for this visit. Now, first impressions on this video. I've got to say, I think what we're seeing here is not the normal use of filters, right? I think we might be seeing a little bit closer to what's actually happening in real life. I don't necessarily know if this is showing a direct decline. It might just be no filters. I think it is evident that in the 73 days that she has been away from the internet, not reassuring those who are worried about her, not acknowledging anybody except Jeffrey and wishing that she could give him gifts, I think it's clear that she has not been spending this time improving her situation. It's really starting to look like she spent 73 days pouting. And yes, this could absolutely still be a grief response. If we were at day 14, I might be saying that. I might be sitting here and saying, like, give her a break. You know, grief is grief. People work through it the way they work through it. But day 73, it is possible that she's still grieving and she's just not doing well. But it is looking more and more like this was just a pout because her toy was taken away. One of the major things that's keeping her sick was taken away. Tell me how that makes you feel. Because I know that I've addressed this before in other videos, and when I make new videos, new nuggets come in, which is great. Hello, new nuggets. Please announce yourselves, by the way. If you're a new subscriber, I want to say hello. But I am aware that I do come off sounding a little bit judgy in the sense that I feel like she should be acknowledging those who have supported her and those who are worried about her. And this is something that I've debated at length in the first video of this little missing series that I've done, where I debated with myself, does she need to be acknowledging this to her audience, or is she entitled to her privacy? I posed it like, let's say, this is Eugenia's business, right? It's her work. It's what she does for income. It sustains her and all that jazz. But if you were in this situation, let's say you're working for somebody, I imagine a lot of you out there are working for somebody, would you still turn up to work if your boss said, hey, the paycheck's not coming in this month? And I think from that perspective, if it's your job, if you're working for somebody, absolutely not. I think it would be completely understandable to say, no money, no work, because it's a contractual agreement that you both have entered into. But what if it was your own business? What if it's, say, a new business or a business that's going through a moment of struggle? Or for those business owners out there, would you put in time and effort and investment into the business, even though you're not getting a direct monetary return for that? You absolutely would. Like, I've done it. I'm sure that a lot of you out there have done it, where you're finding yourself with a new business or a new venture, and you're just putting in time and effort for free because you know that in the long run it pays off. Now, the conclusion that I came to with Eugenia, and this is why, by the way, I might sound a bit judgy, is Eugenia is her own business. She is her product. And she gets on the internet and she e-begs for a lot of money, like a lot of money. And she spends the time and the effort investing into the parasocial relationships that she nurtures and cultivates. And then, knowing the health situation that the very obvious is presenting at the moment, we know that she's in a, let's say, precarious situation health-wise. So then she just disappears from all of these people. And I'm not saying that all of these people deserve an explanation, but some of them genuinely care. Some of them are genuinely invested. I don't think she needs to be explicit or verbose even in her explanation, but I think just a quick, on any platform, hey guys, I'm okay, I'm just taking a bit of time, I'll be back later. Does that hurt? Is that too much to ask? I think it's really tricky with public figures because she is absolutely a public figure and she does have an entitlement to her privacy. But I think the issue for me where it comes in is you've spent all this time cultivating these parasocial relationships and then you're just going to ghost them whenever it's convenient for you. Whenever you want to have a pout about not being able to play with your friends on TikTok, it just comes across very disingenuous to me. And I think it really shows her hand. And having said all that, I do have a certain amount of patience for I don't think a brain that is operating necessarily logically or correctly on the same level that everybody else might be expecting it to. And there is a little bit of leniency that I would give there. But then to turn up to Disney to be meet and greeting with these fans, it's not her posting these videos, it's her fans or the people that she meets there. So you're well enough to go to Disney, but you're not well enough to reassure all of those people who have supported you for years that you're okay. And clearly you haven't spent the time doing what you need to do to get yourself right. What an amazing opportunity this would have been for her. And I'm really bitterly disappointed that she didn't grasp it with both hands. And all of this, as I've said in previous videos, is only if she intends to return back to TikTok, back to the internet, as though nothing happened. That's the only part where my criticism lies. If this is where she's gone, you know what? I don't owe anybody any explanation. I'm bailing from the internet. I'm just going to do me for the time that I have left or while I get myself together, and I'm never returning to the internet. That's fine. I think she could absolutely cut and run like that. Do you? But the issue that I'm taking, of course, is that she does this. She goes away for long periods of time with no explanation, with no reassurance for all of those people who have supported her for all of those years, and then returns to the internet as though nothing happened. Maybe with a quick little, I'm sorry, guys, I just wanted to, you know, I just needed some time. It's not okay after the fact if you expect to continue on as you have had. So that's a bit of a rant. Now, there was another couple of photos floating around, and this was from somebody on Reddit, which I found a little bit interesting, but I just wanted to address it. They did a zoom in on this sleeve here, and I'm guessing they probably thought that maybe it looked like some gauze, maybe she'd had treatment, and I think we're all just here kind of going, we hope she's had treatment, but I think you can actually see around the neckline, this is just like a frayed style kind of blouse that she's wearing. I don't think it's gauze. I don't think it's anything. It's just part of her sleeve. But yeah, sorry to not be fun there. I unfortunately don't think that this is a result of what we were hoping for. And potentially going to sound a little bit ignorant here. So maybe my American nuggets could help inform me here. But I've never been to Disney. Oh, is it Land or World? I can never remember which one she's going to. Anyway, I've never been to Disney. I've never been to America. But we do have theme parks here. So I have been to theme parks. And I would imagine that this is quite a large one, right? This is huge. This is a lot of walking, a lot of exertion. I don't know if she's still getting on rides or anything like that, but I imagine that there is a certain amount of condition required to be able to navigate this kind of theme park, because I don't know about you, but I find theme parks to be draining. Like, you get home at the end of the day and you're just, I am completely clucked. I can't do anything. I'm just gonna flop. Too many people, too much noise, too much, stimulation, and a lot of walking. And I wonder how she handles this sort of thing, because surely this would be taxing on her system, wouldn't it? Another thing that I wanted to bring up that I've seen floating around is she going to make her big comeback at Disney? I don't know. I'm still thinking that she's probably had the demonetization for 90 days at this point, which does put it at September 27th. So unless she's going to be at Disney for a really long time, like a lot longer than she usually is, I'm thinking probably this was just supposed to be a last hurrah before she goes home and returns to everything as normal. But yeah, a nice little short and sweet one for today. Truly a quick Mother Clucker. Are we not doing so many quick Mother Cluckers at the moment? I really miss writing my chaptered stories, but so much seems to be happening like all the time at the moment between Eugenia and Amberlynn. It's kind of nonstop. So don't worry, I will be returning back to the chaptered series deep dives as well as soon as all of this stuff settles down a little bit. But please do tell me what you think about this situation, my nuggets. Tell me how this makes you feel. Do you feel that this is completely disingenuous the way that I do? Or do you feel like this is okay and she's just living her life and that's fine by you? let me know. But do stay tuned. My AI video is coming out very shortly, probably within the next few days. And yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. But that is all the clocks I have left to give. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time.
Hey, 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 hey! I'm gonna go watch another video. Let's go!